Hello everyone. It feels like I want to make this like big announcement to you guys because it's my first video. It won't feel like a big announcement, but for my life it's like a pretty huge thing. I'm moving back to Germany. I've lived in England, where I am right now, for the past sort of 9 years. I'm planning to move to Germany in the next 6 months, or like towards the end of this year. Regardless, it's a big thing, and I feel like there might be other people who are kind of going through a similar thing, or who might feel like this is something that they're interested in and this is something they want to hear a bit more about. So I'm gonna bring you guys along and hopefully be able to kind of create a bit of a community of people who might be going through a similar thing. A bit of context: I am 27 and I moved to England when I was 18. I was born in Germany, grew up in Germany, went to school in Germany, finished everything. And then when I turned 18, I did a gap year in Oxford and I lived with a host family. So I was an au pair at the time, and yeah, living in Oxford, and it was kind of the first time that I had like freedom, independence. First time I was away from my family, away from parents, away from everything I've known. Just living my life basically and making like loads of memories and just growing up basically. And because I was so far away from everything that I've known, it was obviously very much out of my comfort zone, and it was a good thing that I did that kind of au pair, because to have a host family that were kind of providing like food, and you've got a house and stuff like that, a bit of safety if you get on with them. Yeah, England felt like this good new country, new language, but a language that I learned at school while still being not that far away from like my family and Germany. So it was like a good compromise. I decided to start uni in Bristol, which is also where I am now and where I've lived for the past 8 years. I did my undergrad and my postgrad in Bristol. Happy to kind of talk about that a little bit more as well if people are interested. Career choices have been interesting to say the least. That is maybe a different video. I can talk about jobs and things that I've kind of experienced when it comes to that, and how that maybe also has like impacted my decision and how I'm feeling and stuff. So I'm probably going to do a separate video on that. Yeah, I did my undergrad, postgrad in Bristol. I have been living with my partner for the past sort of 3.5 years. My own place, like renting. So that's kind of a snapshot of where I am now. Obviously at 27, moving back to potentially live with your parents is quite like a big thing, because we started renting pretty much straight after our undergrad, whereas other people moved back to like living with their parents and were able to kind of save up some money when they finished their undergrad. We weren't really able to do that. Of course we were able to save up some money, but maybe compared to other people who now have enough for like a deposit and stuff, we were never able to do that. We are now thinking in terms of like the goals that we have in our life, that it probably makes sense to live with my parents for a little bit in like my childhood home. I guess it will take away like a lot of our independence and a lot of like what we kind of used to. It's probably not a viable thing to do long term, but also it might just be what needs to happen for like the first while when we move back, and then while we kind of figure out where we want to live. So I feel like it brings up a lot of kind of anxiety around that independence being taken away, but also it feels like the right step because I just really miss my family. I miss living near them, and just whenever I go back for like Easter, Christmas, stuff like that, spend time with them. I would like to be able to do this more naturally, and maybe like on the weekend or like after work, go over for dinner and just be able to spend time with them. It will be interesting to kind of capture that and how life will change, and also just the big move, because I feel like having lived here for like 9 years, you obviously accumulate a lot of stuff, and we're basically gonna have to get rid of like everything, like all our furniture, all our clothes, or all our like items that we own and stuff like that. I feel like it will be quite interesting to just bring you along for that, for other people to kind of see that there are people that go through this as well. Like if you are mid to late 20s and you maybe did a big move, or even if you're like 18 and you move to like a new country and then you think, oh, I don't actually really like it here, but also I don't want to go back because I don't want to seem like a failure. Just to see that, you know, there are other people that are going through the same thing. It's okay to go back, and it's okay to admit that you're not really liking something anymore. it's not really what you want, it just doesn't feel right for you and where you are in your life, or maybe also just a bit of like just lacking that sense of belonging and just feeling isolated. So that I feel like there's a lot of aspects and a lot of things people might be feeling. I'm kind of happy to talk about my feelings and like different themes that have come up for me over the years. Use this channel as just a bit of a space for people who might be also struggling, going through the same thing, and just for us to kind of be able to support each other. And for me, being happy to share that story, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to kind of answer them, bring you along, have a bit of a series going. If there's anything else that you guys also are interested in that I haven't mentioned, or anything that I have mentioned but I haven't really gone into, then let me know. I'm happy to share more about my background, about my experiences, hoping to kind of, yeah, just bring you along, chat more about the transition, see where it brings us. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, then please subscribe or leave me a like or a comment. Hopefully see you in the next video.